Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Static Realms Hangouts live chat edition, part 2, actually. And tonight we are going to be having our 13th episode of Static Realms Music Hour, and we will be speaking with a special guest. But first, I'm going to bring in Eddie Lovecraft. Eddie, come on in. Hey.
Hello, everyone. Hi, how's it going? I'm Eddie Lovecraft, and I'm the person behind the scenes. So I'm the director, editor, and creator of Static Realm. So I'm the person that's doing stuff like this.
Wow.
But let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be happening later on tonight. I'm going to pop up a nice little banner.
All right, so tonight is Static Realms Music Hour, episode 13. Wow. So we have music by Computerbandit, NightRazor, Nathan Montalvo, The Tilt, Elevate the Sky, who will be in momentarily, actors, Daniel Adam, Electroic Sol, and Watch Out for Snakes. Also, we have an interview with Moonrunner83, and we have a live performance of Zenith Volt. So it's really awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we have quite a stacked show today, and I always want to tell everyone that this is an interactive program. So in other words, like we'd like to see you guys talk to us. Like, how's it going, Electroic Sol? Nice to see you.
Hey.
And we even have one of our favorite friends over here, Fax.
Yeah.
Matt.
Hi.
So yeah, feel free to ask your questions down below. We're going to be talking to Elevate the Sky very shortly. So let's go ahead and talk about him really quick.
All right. So Elevate the Sky was first introduced to us from a lady by the name of Chelsea, also known as Oceanside 85. And he was on our 7th episode, I believe, with his video, These Walls, featuring Dana Jean Phoenix. Amazing song, amazing video. We even got a little behind the scenes look at that during a later episode. So he is such a very talented artist. We're so happy to have him. So without further ado, I would say that we need to bring him into this chat. Hey.
There he is.
Hey. How's it going?
Let's just pop you on.
Here he is. So yeah, thank you so much for being with us, Scott. We are so happy to have you again anytime on Static Realms. So
awesome.
Welcome to the show, Scott. So how's life over there? Where are you coming from?
Oh, thank you very much. It's good. I'm here in Los Angeles, California, and it's actually chilly today, believe it or not.
Chili's good though. Chili is good.
Yeah, have to have variety in the weather. It does get old after a while. Just
you get to wear your cool jackets, all that.
Yeah, that is true.
Never gets old.
Yeah, no, that's great. So you're definitely in the synthwave capital in the U.S., which is LA. How is it over there in the whole synthwave community?
Oh, it's great. I mean, when I first moved here, which is 2015, I didn't know anybody. And after I got into, like getting online and finding all the different synthwave groups and stuff like that, I started meeting just a ton of people here. And it was just in a matter of a few months, I knew more people here than every place that I've lived as far as like new in less time. And it was amazing. I mean, you have everybody here from Color Theory, The Problem of Time, Mako, of course, The Midnight, Sound Engine. There's just so many people here. And so, yeah, I'd have to agree with you as far as like, the amount of people in one place that are all these synthwave artists. LA has a ton.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I don't know why I'm so big right now, but
Here
we are. Yeah,
we're doing the whole live thing, so anything can happen. Anything.
We can't think of synthwave now and not think of Elevate the Sky, because your album Ascend, it's just such a staple for me. I think it's an amazing album, and the concept behind it, everything, it's incredible. It's wonderful from start to finish. It even has a really cool message on the album cover, which I'm going to read. In a world full of darkness, the only escape is through sound, a journey through headphones, elevating our spirit up to the sky. It's just so nice. I love the album. I love listening to it.
Thank you.
I love hearing the story behind it, and it just has everything that you should want in an album. So Yeah, can you tell us more about your concept and how you came up with that, and the collaborations that kind of like stemmed from that?
Oh yeah, sure. First off, thank you guys so much. That means a lot to me. You know, there's so many albums out there, so many great ones. So it's just an honor, and you know, I'm forever grateful that you guys like it. So it definitely stems from an original idea called Hope, which was going to be an autobiography about my life. I wanted to put that into a concept album, and you know, just make it a little colorful and just add a fantasy element to it. And you know, that got put on hold because initially I was going to do a full length album, and then I ran into, you know, just a couple issues with mixing and mastering and things like that. So I've decided to go with an EP. And but as time went on, I, you know, ended up mixing a majority of it myself. So I thought, you know what, I'll just release a full length album, and the name changed from Hope to Ascend, because by that point the album was loosely based on the original idea, which is just kind of like that journey that we all go through from, you know, growing up and, you know, going through obstacles and just kind of rising above them. And I thought, well, that's the perfect title, Ascend. You know, we're all trying to reach a higher plateau within ourselves to kind of become the better versions of ourselves. And that's basically where that idea come from. And
Absolutely.
on top of that, I decided that, you know, in a way it is kind of still loosely based on that idea about me. If you listen to the lyrics, and songs like Wild Hearts is about me meeting my girlfriend, and our journey together with Neon Summer, and my sister's passing, and my best friend's passing with the song Ascend. So there's a lot of things that I took from my experiences, and then just kind of threw that kind of fantasy element in there with, you know, that little comic book and things like that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like I said, from start to finish, it just, you can't not be happy. You can't not feel something by listening to your music. So we will always love it. And the artwork itself is great. It's kind of cyberpunk, but it's also very angelic and very superhero-esque. So I would love to cosplay the character on the album cover.
Oh, you would be perfect. I mean, I could totally see you as that character for sure.
Wow, she's great. I mean, she's so cool and just such a cool image. So, yeah.
Right.
Oh, thank you. And just, you know, honestly, there was two people that were involved in the album cover and the artwork and stuff. I mean, I kind of had the concept with the angel that was like this cyborg or whatever. But it was Jordan Noir of Maximum Noir who helped bring that cover to life, and also NSL Laszlo, I think is how you say his name. I'm not really sure, off of Fiverr, does amazing comic art. So he come up with the initial cover, and then Jordan just kind of refined it.
That's super cool. Love it.
Well, that's great. So I say we put in a music video from Elevate the Sky.
Yeah, let's show the music video for These Walls featuring Dana Jean Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, before we go there, can you tell us a little bit about These Walls, and then I'm gonna press play after you're finished.
Sure. Oh yeah. So These Walls, which is funny you bring that one up first, because that was also the kind of the main title for the original album idea, Hope, and it was called Hope. I just ended up scrapping the original lyrics and the melody and just sent the music to Dana Jean Phoenix, and within a few days she had it finished up, and there was no revisions, because usually when you do kind of a collaboration, there's like 2 or 3 revisions, and then you're like, okay, well, can you add this or take this away? No, when she sent it and I listened to it that day, it was just like, that's it. And that's the version that ended up getting released. But before I released it, I had Michael Oakley mix it. And then the video was directed and the concept by Brad Akenan.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Love the song. We love the video. So let's show it.
Yeah, without further ado.
We've constructed magic mountains
Yay!
Awesome.
Great video. Never
Yeah.
gets
Thank you. Thank
I remember you told me that you were afraid being up high on those mountaintops.
you. Oh, yes.
So
It's
how
so
did you get the
scary.
courage to go out there? I guess you had to get the shot, right?
Yeah, just had to do it. Definitely.
It's a beautiful video. Really
Yeah,
scary, but beautiful.
Yeah. So me and Electrish, we first heard about you actually from Oceanside 85.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, you have a new song coming out with her. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. Love Chelsea. She's amazing.
Mhm.
Unbelievably underrated. Yeah, it's a song called Moving in the Shadows. And man, I couldn't be more proud of what Chelsea threw on there. It's amazing.
Yeah, she has a wonderful voice.
She really does.
So what is that? So when is it due? When is it coming out?
It's going to be on a Per Synth Records compilation coming out on the 26th of this month, and which is really soon. And then also we're going to re-release it as well with a music video, hopefully in about a month or so.
Oh, you have to send that to us, please.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can we?
Yeah. Yeah. So the good thing is we actually have a music video from Oceanside 85, Chelsea. So Electrish, can you tell us about this music video?
Yeah. So Chelsea sent us this video as we call it a Galaxy premiere. So we first premiered it on Static Realms. And it's funny because I joke around with her all the time because we always have the same visors and we always have the same like thoughts for outfits. And she was wearing a spacesuit. So in this video, you'll see her in a really cool spacesuit, which I was thinking about getting, but now I'm going to wait a little bit. But yeah, it's a great video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
amazing.
Another great video. Yeah, so speaking of Oceanside 85 and your collaboration that you're about to do, Scott, can we hear a little bit more about the collaborations that you have coming up that you are working on currently?
Oh, yes. Have quite a few. Just finished a remix for Nevermann. That's going to be really fun. And I think that comes out soon. And also working on one for Starfarer, which comes out actually March, I think. And also MK Consynth. That one, I believe, is springtime, the release for that. So I haven't started that one yet.
You're busy.
But yeah, I mean, I have quite a few.
Yeah.
And then Power Rob, we have a song that we've been working on called Gloria, and it's going to be fun. Different from the one from the Midnight. But yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys that one.
Super exciting.
Great. Seems to be a famous name, Gloria. I remember hearing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's a good name.
Is it a version from that, or it's your own version with Power Rob?
Oh, our own version. Yeah. So I just sent him some music I had lying around, and then I mean, just Rob is just really quick. I mean, you just send him stuff, and he's got stuff like I can't keep up. But yeah, so he just sent this idea over like Messenger, like, you know, recording it on I think he was in his car or something, and it was just so good that I was like, you know what, we don't have to change the title, because I think that's the magic in songwriting. It's sometimes when something comes out, it just comes from a different place, and I think, you know, it's not really a good idea sometimes to go, well, let's change it because of this or that. But if it just comes out naturally, I think that usually ends up being the best idea anyway. So we just stuck with the idea of Gloria.
Yeah, you guys sound great together. So you're
thank you.
working together again, and that's always great to work with an artist you know, and you guys have a great.
That's good. That's good. Scott, how did you get into music? Was it something you've been doing as a child, or, you know, more like more recently? How did it all come about?
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, my first memory was music, and because I have a musical family. Everybody, like even my parents, they were listening to the Eagles and Journey and stuff like that, the Beatles. And then, you know, my brothers and sisters, they were all into, I mean, everything from country to heavy metal to prog rock, new wave, goth. I mean, it just runs the gamut. And so I was really inspired by that, and really influenced by, as a child, Vangelis, Tangerine Dream, and then Michael Jackson came along and just introduced me to pop music. And then it just I went down that route to a more rock and roll side of things for a while, and then just came back to the synth stuff, because the older I got, I just really started to kind of reach back to what I first started listening to when I was a child, which was like Vangelis and Tangerine Dream. Yeah. Nice. And it just, you know, just started discovering a lot of cool stuff. And then that's when I discovered synthwave.
Nice. So yeah, I think that's we all bounced on Tangerine Dream from Legend, the movie. Yeah. So
amazing.
They're legendary for sure. So
yes,
it's great to have an eclectic mix of inspiration, I think, for any artist, you know, because it all kind of is inspired by something somewhere. So it's great to kind of, you know, have that. So I love that you have that. And
right. So I think we should definitely lead into a music video from Scott. Okay. And we have what should we choose? What video would you like to put on today, Scott?
Oh wow. Do you want to go into Ascend?
Let's go to Ascend.
Yeah.
And so let's go in there. We did get this from Retro Synth Records. Sorry, we took the video. And let's go ahead and pop it on.
we'll take flight into the night. Ascend, ascend. Gravity is letting go, gliding to the expanse of a soul. Close our eyes in the wake of a dream. Tonight we become the stars, the stars. Leave the ground far below, leave the world far behind. We'll take flight into the night. Leave the ground far below, leave the world far behind. We'll take flight into the night. Leave the ground far below, leave the world far behind. We'll take flight into the night. Leave the ground far below, leave the world far behind. Take flight into the night. Ascend to the take flight into the night. You are going home, going home. Fly into the sky, so far away, somewhere far away. Beyond this night, in another time, so far away, we are going home. We are going home. We are going home into the night, to the
Yay.
No, another
Right.
one. I'm pretty sure everyone tells you sound very cinematic.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely on purpose. I'd
Yeah.
actually be a little bit more cinematic, but I'm like, I want a little bit of synthwave in there. I guess some synthwave is pretty cinematic though, like Gunship and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
Definitely inspired by cinema, 80s horror, everything like that. And
But,
we love
but,
all
but
of it.
yeah, but Scott's music elevates me to the sky more, you know?
There you go.
That
Now we're talking.
that name.
Yeah. So really quick for the people that have popped on now, we do have a show that's going to start at 9 o'clock, the Static Realms Music Hour. So Electric, if you can tell everybody about it.
All right, so at 9 p.m., we are going to be having our 13th episode of Static Realms Music Hour with music by Computerbandit, NightRazor, Nathan Montalvo, The Tilt, Elevate the Sky, who's here now, actors, Daniel Adam, Electroic Sol, Watch Out for Snakes, and an interview with Moonrunner83, as well as a performance by Zenith Volt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lots of great people here in the chat and also on our show tonight. So we're very excited.
Yeah. And if you stay tuned, you will see another music video by Elevate the Sky, which is Wild Hearts.
Yay.
But we won't be showing it now because we have to, we have to stretch out the show. So can't show it just yet.
It's in the episode,
There you
so
go.
we're good.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess you can tell us about about Wild Hearts. We do have a lyric video that we are going to be showing. Can you tell us more about that video?
Oh,
And
yeah.
that in general.
Sure. So originally, me and Brad Aiken were going to get together to film Wild Hearts, and of course, the pandemic happens, and then funds, my budget changed, all these things changed, so we had to put that on hold, unfortunately. So I had to get a little creative with the tools that I did have. So I just basically found a bunch of clips, put them together, and got somebody to add some lyrics to it and just made a lyric video for it. But yeah, I mean, originally working with Brad, he had already had a treatment and everything. So I'm hoping that maybe down the road that we'll do that, actually do the video that I really wanted. If not, we'll probably do another song, a video for another song.
It's still a great video. With
Oh,
all
thank
the
you.
images that you chose, it's fantastic.
Thanks.
It definitely has that nice feeling of having, your feelings for someone and the way that your heart just feels like, you're going wild with passion and love,
Oh, yes.
etc.
I like this. Really felt it.
I did.
Good.
Well
So we should lead into our next music video. You did tell us that you are doing music with Nevermann.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So yeah, can you tell us about what the project is? I know you told us a little bit before the people that missed it.
Sure. I'm working with David of Nevermann, who is about to release his remix album, and all kinds of really cool people are on it, like Yoru and Demi K, or Demetrius as we know him, and all kinds of great people on there. And I'm doing a remix of the song All For You, which is a video that he had filmed last year, which is really awesome creative video because he had run into the same thing, the pandemic, so he found a really creative way to do a music video.
Yeah.
video. Actually, we showed it on our second episode of Static Realms Music Hour. And
Nice.
we couldn't stop singing it. It got stuck in our head and we were just singing
Super
it all.
catchy.
It was so good.
Yeah, it's definitely an earworm.
Yeah. So Electric, if you can lead us into there, and I will play the video.
All right, so we are going to get into the video for Nevermann, All For You.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Scott, we are going to give people a taste of a live set that you played in a previous episode for us, which we love. So we need to get into that because I really want to show it before the show starts. So
Yeah. So before that, can you tell us about Anthem?
yeah, we'd love to hear about it.
So Anthem came about. I actually wrote that song about 4 years ago, and you know, I didn't really know what to do with it, as always, it seems. So I just had this idea that, you know, it'd be cool to have like a female vocalist, you know, do like kind of like a duet, I guess. And so I found somebody, but at that time I didn't really know a whole lot of people in the synth scene. So instead of contacting people like I did Dana Jean, I just I think I used Fiverr or something like that and found somebody on there. They want to stay anonymous though, because, you know, that they just do paid work, no royalties and stuff like that. So under contract, they can't be known. So that's how that kind of came about, is through that. But also the idea just came about because I wanted a song that just, you know, felt really good and uplifting, a song about unity. Because I grew up on, you know, like I said earlier, about going into a rock phase, and, you know, a lot of rock bands very anthemic, and that's something that you don't get a whole lot in pop music, especially today. So I thought, you know, I really want a very anthemic song.
And that it is. That it is. So without further ado, we are going to show Anthem by Elevate the Sky.
Just as everything was going dark, I felt a hand on my shoulder. And when I opened my eyes,
Lost in the notes of a melody, oh silent symphony. There's a message that can't be heard or seen, a universal truth inside of me. Sing the song to lift you up. Sing an anthem. Whoa. Sing the song and hear the voice of life. Sing an anthem. Tones of the heart, ascending rhapsody. Do
Fantastic. Love it.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
That was some incredible shredding,
Yeah,
Scott.
it just gives me chills every time. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
So, Scott, thank you so much for joining us on this stream before the show. And we do normally have a 10-minute countdown. So I want to show a couple of promo videos before we start the show.
Well, before we go there, me and Scott were talking. You know, when he sent in the video that we did the live show with the previous video we just saw of Anthem, he told me he was having a hard time putting that all together for us. Because if you watch the episode, it's about 15, 20 minutes, the full set. But he had one issue, and the issue was his neighbors were complaining.
I remember. Yeah.
I think that was a funny story. And sorry, electors, but I think if we go over on time, I think it's okay because we are going to play the show, but we have to hear this story.
Okay, that's okay. All right,
So
let's do it. Tell us.
Oh yeah. So you know, when we was talking about, you know, putting this live stream together, I started to record and, you know, just organize it. So what I'll usually do first is just rehearse. And so I started rehearsing and, you know, and I don't turn it up that loud, but I turn it up loud enough to where, you know, you get some sense of you're playing live. And what ended up happening was, okay, it come time to record. I was like, all right, it's time to do this. Let's do this. And then I start doing it. And then boom, 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 boom. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, and it wasn't, it was probably like two or three times like that. So I ended up having to come up with a different idea. I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, okay, I got it. So I set up the microphone to record my voice because just singing alone is not going to be as loud. So what my idea is just to have the music really low. And what I would do is go back and re-record the music with the vocals that I'd already had. So I had to do that because the music just had to be like really low and it was hard to hear. And I would sing and go, was I in key? You know, but all for the love of music, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, if you were my neighbor, I'd be like, bro, crank it up.
Yeah. I'd open the windows and like peek in.
Oh, watch out for snakes, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, he's going to be in the episode tonight, so we definitely have his music
like
video.
Those invisible ninjas, man.
He gets into detail about it, so we will see that.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, Electra. So go ahead and tell us about the what was supposed to be our 10-minute countdown.
All right, so we're going to show a couple promos. So the first one is by Cyberwalker, and Cyberwalker is a cyberpunk influenced, atmospheric, amazing artist that a lot of people don't know about. And his album is called Edge of the Universe. So he made us a promo of it. And if you guys haven't heard of him or seen him, he's somebody that you should really enjoy. So let's show that now. was
All
Cyberwalker,
right.
and he's
Nice.
German. Yeah, I speak to artists throughout the world. They just send me music, and I'm like, "Oh, give me more, give me more." So I can't help but not mention them, you know, especially when they don't have music videos, but their music is definitely worth checking out. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we have a good place to play it now. If we stay with this Static Realms Hangouts, it's a good place that we can show those music. So if everyone that has music, whether you have a video or not, send it in to staticrealms@outlook.com, and we would like to show your material.
Absolutely.
There it is. Well, it's the banner. And we do have a show that is coming up maybe in about a month or 2 months. We have one episode coming up with Dark Tunes next, which will be actually a heavy metal episode. So there you go, Scott, with your ripping guitar there.
Right.
And
That's going to be awesome.
so after that show, we're actually going to be having a prom episode. Now, I talk about this prom episode because we have a video that is from Oblique. We are going to have them in the show because they have one of the most epic prom videos. We won't be showing that today, but we're going to be showing their new music video. But before that, have you two been to? Did you guys go to your proms?
So
Oh no.
I did not either. I never went to my prom. It's kind of a funny story, which I'm gonna actually tell on the episode, the prom episode. But speaking of prom, we want to hear the stories, and we want to see photos of everyone who went to prom, everyone who wanted to go to prom but didn't quite make it. Any kind of photos having to do with your prom experiences, send them in to staticrealms@outlook.com. And I know Scott has a prom story of why he didn't go, so let's hear that.
Yeah, so my parents said, "Oh, you're going to prom this year," and I told them, "Well, maybe." And so time gets closer and closer to prom, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to go. And I think it was probably maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior, and my parents asked me again, and I said, "I'm not going to prom." And they're like, "Why? This is a once in a lifetime thing. You'll never get to experience this again." It's like, I don't care. I mean, I don't know. I guess at that time, it's when I first started getting into music. So really all I cared about at that time was just every single day, just getting up and playing guitar or listening to music. I didn't care about prom or parties. I was such a nerd too, video games, music, that's it. And so they gave me a choice. It's like, okay, if you don't go to prom, then, you could either go to prom or we'll just give you a little bit of money, And I said, okay, I'll take the money. And I ended up getting a 4-track. So that was my very first experience with mixing and recording.
Yeah, that's great. That
So
worked out very well.
Yeah, his parents could have paid money on his prom, and then he could have turned into a whole different person. Instead of going making music, he would have been like
someone completely different here at this time.
or something.
You have a mohawk or something,
Who knows?
Yeah,
Suit and tie, who knows?
the possibilities are endless.
So that's great. That's great. And we definitely need to push on the show. We are already at 9, but we have 2 videos to show before that. So without further ado, Electress, tell us about Oblique.
Okay, so Oblique, they just came out with a new music video for their song called Black Heart, and it's neon and beautiful and fun. So I love it. I know you guys will like it too. So here we go. Yeah, so that was Oblique with Blackheart. Great video, great band. They will be back on our show soon, so look out for that. And the next thing that we want to show is just a quick promo from an artist by the name of Sonic Ronin. He contacted me all the way from India, and when he sent me his EP, I was so impressed. I was like, you're going to go places. And when his EP came out recently, it was #1 on Apple Music charts for a week, and it's still going strong. So he's an artist that I'm definitely going to support, and we're going to show a little promo that he made us right now. Awesome. So that was Sonic Ronin. So Elevate the Sky, Scott, it's been such a pleasure having you on this pre-show. I wish we could talk for 3 hours.
That'd be great.
Maybe. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into Static Realms Music Hour, episode 13. Thank you so much for everyone who's in the chat watching, and thank you to Eddie Lovecraft and Scott Elevate the Sky. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here, and I think you guys are great. And
awesome.
Yeah, thank you both. Goodbye, everyone. Well, not yet. The show Static Realms Music Hour is going to start right now, but bye from the Hangouts.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye for now. See you soon in the chat.
Thanks, Eddie and Trish.
Bye, everyone.
You. Welcome to Static Realms. Computerbandit is an artist and synthesizer enthusiast from Germany. His productions contain influences from electronica, synthwave, and electroclash, and combine new soundscapes with the charm of the 80s. He likes to use vintage equipment for his work and enjoys working with other musicians, artists, and vocalists. Like a bandit without rules, masked by his music, open to interpretation, here's Computerbandit with By Your Side.
I'd follow you wherever you go. It is your hand that I want to hold. I'm never letting you go. I'll follow you into the dark, into the light. I'll always be right by your side. I'll follow you. Where would I ever be
scientists, space, and most importantly, an escape. This next animated video is from NightRazor. Here is Recontrol. What's your favorite kind of guitar? Mine is electric. Here's Nathan Montalvo.
Hello everybody, Nathan Montalvo here. It's an honor and a privilege to be a featured guest on Static Realms Music Hour. So thank you very much, Electrish, and thank you, Eddie Lovecraft. Turn Back the Clock is a song from my album Neon, which, in my opinion, is a very endearing love letter to the 1980s. It's a period of time that I feel very spiritually akin to, and my music features my own unique style of playing, which is very deeply rooted in sort of the classic virtuoso era of guitar playing. And Turn Back the Clock is one chapter in the story of my album. So I hope very much that you all enjoy it. Thank you so much and stay tuned.
And the next song is very close to my heart. Here is Elevate the Sky.
Just a stranger in a dream of neon lights, street reflections echoing the night. There you were, all alone in a crowded room, frozen in time. We danced the night away. Could this be forever? Oh, a moment meant to fade. The night is young, the night is ours. Wild hearts never look back again. Wild hearts taken on the night, searching for love. Simulation of our paradise. Another life awaits in your eyes. Hearts beating in time, but the ghosts remain. Heading for the future, goodbye to the past. Living in the present, gonna make it last. 'Cause we are free, we are one. Wild hearts never look back again. We were wild hearts, taken on the night, searching for each other. Wild hearts never look back again. We were wild hearts, summer nights falling for.
Actors is a post-punk outfit hailing from Canada, whose newest single, Love You More, just came out in October with an epic, spooky video. Love You More was produced, mixed, and mastered by the lead singer Jason Corbett at his Jackknife Sound studio. The video for the single was directed by Juno Award-winning director Peter Rick, who paired the track with the eerie visuals. Love You More has everything you want. Danceable bass, amazing synths, great vocals, and even zombies.
so wild and innocent. It's killing me.
The broken lights in your hand won't survive.
Your heart's grown cold, like the kiss of a spring snow. Your heart's
The Tilt is a synthwave vocal project hailing from Belgrade, Serbia, formed by the lead singer Vladimir Judovic. Let's hear more from the band now.
Hey guys, hope you're getting ready for a Valentine's Day this weekend. My name is Vladimir Judovic and I'm running the project band called The Tilt. I would like to say a huge thanks to the Static Realms for the opportunity to play my latest video, Holy Ground. This song is from the upcoming album called Skillshot, and it will have 9 retrowave vocal tracks with a lot of 80s influences. The video was directed by Radovan Rosic and me, and I was so happy to have Milica Grujic on the vocals and my favorite guitar hero, Mladen Petrovic. Holy Ground is a song based on a true story, and it's all about love, so I would be really happy if you could find yourself in these lyrics. Stay tuned for more songs and the full album called Skillshot from the band The Tilt. Ciao!
When all the earths are close to none, when leap of faith is all you got, love is your only holy ground. Let me guide you there. Empty city streets, brand new town falling, midnight feels like noon. Making memories
a video from Daniel Adam from his 4th album, Trans Am Death, a dark, formidable force. This is Daniel Adams, Hunting. Watch Out for Snakes is a game and film composer from Atlanta, Georgia. He makes 8-bit chipwave music. Let's hear more from Watch Out for Snakes.
Hey there, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Matt, and I perform 8-bit synthwave as Watch Out for Snakes. I've been calling it chipwave because it really is kind of a mashup between old school Nintendo instrumentation and more of a like synthwave, retrowave kind of aesthetic. I'm influenced a lot by artists like Depeche Mode, Sparks, you know, a lot of these 80s new wave bands that I grew up with. So the reason that I'm here today is to intro my new video single, Fight Those Invisible Ninjas, which is basically a fun play on my hardcore upbringing. If you ever attended a hardcore show, you may have either heard jokingly or not the vocalist like yell out, you know, "Fight those invisible ninjas." And the whole idea is that, you know, that's your time to start like moshing and throwing down and everything. It kind of became a meme over time because it's such a cheesy line. But I always thought it was fun. And coming up playing guitar in melodic hardcore bands in like the early 2000s, one of my favorite things to do was play these kind of like underground basement shows where people were knocking into my instruments and, you know, I'm getting out in the crowd and throwing down with people. It's something that I have a huge nostalgia for. But the subtext to the single is really around, you know, fighting your inner demons, like those invisible ninjas. We just really wanted to create something that had an emotional drive to it because, you know, I want people to be fighting back against whatever is troubling them, whatever the challenges in their life are. Don't take things sitting down. Like, get out there and actually like fight for yourself. So the video single itself, it was entirely shot DIY in my apartment. If you're interested in seeing some of the DIY process that I went through in order to get that set up, you can hop on over to become a subscriber on Bandcamp or a Patreon supporter. Pretty proud of the way that it came out because I feel like, you know, the vision that I had in my head, this kind of stop motion-y, throw down, fun, punk energy, you know, all of that stuff really came to life, I feel like. So yeah, I just really hope that you enjoy the track. I'm gonna stop talking now so that we can get to it, but thanks to all of you that are watching, and thanks to Static Realms for having me.
Electroic Sol is a 5-piece, quirky pop dance band from Phoenix, Arizona. Their new track, Beauty Beauty, is out today. It's what you're hearing now. Let's hear more from Ed, the lead singer of Electroic Sol now.
Greetings from the desert. I'm Ed from Electroic Sol, and I couldn't be happier to be part of this edition of Static Realms Music Hour. We're kind of new to the synth fam, but every day we come to realize what a wonderfully supportive and generous community it is. Super grateful to Electrish for embracing our music the way she has. Up next is the music video for our song Your Divinity. It's all about the agony and ecstasy of having a crush on someone completely unattainable. We had a lot of fun with it. We actually filmed it right here in the neighborhood at a friend's house, and I really hope you like it. If you do, please consider following us on YouTube and Spotify, because we have a lot more new music headed your way soon. Have a great night, enjoy the show, and we'll see you soon.
She doesn't know my
Moonrunner83 is a synthwave artist from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, whose sound is what we would define as nostalgic synthwave. Hello, welcome to the show.
Electrish, thanks so much for having me on the show. I'm a huge fan of Static Realms, and obviously the support that you give to some of the more independent music that comes from the beautiful subcultures around the world. And I think not a lot of these folks get the attention they deserved. And I'm just so happy to be here, and so proud of the work that you folks are doing to give exposure to some of these artists that normally people wouldn't hear, but get to experience on your show. So thanks so much for having me.
So, you come from a place called Calgary. Tell me about it. What was it like growing up there, and how did it influence the sound of your music?
Calgary's a really interesting city. It was essentially, it really expanded during the prolific oil boom of the 1980s. And coincidentally, a lot of the throwback, vibe, atmosphere, the architecture, the buildings, even the attitude and the people that live in this city still seem to transcend, the eras past, going right back to the 80s. And there's still this prevalent entrepreneurial, high energy vibe in this city that really informs and inspires the music that now is Moonrunner83. I'm tremendously proud of living in this city. It's really interesting. Really, Alberta's this massive province that's probably, multiple times as big as the United Kingdom, but there's only 4 million people living here, mostly in two massive cities of 1 million people or more, Calgary and Edmonton. And again, so we've got this vast wilderness nestled beside the illustrious Rocky Mountains, and we've got these, these two glistening cities that are really the gems of the New West. And it's such an honor to be, have grown up in this province and be a part of the amazing vibe that is, Calgary.
I noticed that your Instagram heading reads, "A love-struck synth kid making music about millions of people being lonely together." What a sad and yet beautiful statement. Can you elaborate on that for me?
Electrish, I appreciate the sentiment. It was I heard that statement somewhere before, and it really resonated with me. We live obviously in a very digital age where we're all so interconnected all the time through the proliferation of technology and social media, video content, music content, podcasts, just this forum of ideas that really is something that that humanity has never experienced before. But at the same time, it's just so evident that we're all looking to experience a togetherness and an intimacy that really this digital world in some aspects may or may not provide us. So it's such a cool dichotomy and such a contrast that while we're all so connected, I feel like we're all lonelier than we've probably ever been in humanity's history. So it was an idea that really resonated with me, and I think it informs a lot of the sounds and the beauty and the sadness that I try to capture in the Moonrunner83 productions. So wild ideas.
Okay, let's talk about your incredible music video for the song Streets, which we will show after this interview. So the song Streets, with the incredible vocals of Megan McDuffie and the incredible visuals, is just mind-blowing to watch. So how did you two meet, and how did you decide on going this direction with the song?
Streets. What can I say? It's just this song, the epicness of which we've been trying to chase ever since, and it's just been this unattainable goal. And it was just such a happy accident how the whole song kind of came into being. Obviously, anyone who's familiar with the synthwave scene would know Megan McDuffie. Back in 2017, when I started this project, I went all over the internet looking for a female vocal artist, and of course, there's a number of amazing vocalists that I work with here in Alberta, but I was just reaching out. I must have posted 100 ads on Kijiji, Gumtree, Craigslist, all over the world, requesting submissions to take part in the second Moonrunner record. And it's my understanding that Megan had some sort of bots that would troll the internet looking for these types of posts, and we kind of connected from there. Coincidentally, I got an email from her, and it came from Gumtree in Ireland. So I clearly thought that this was going to be some Irish gal who had an interest in singing on the new Moonrunner record. And when she told me that she was actually at that time living in California and had come across this ad in Ireland, it was just so bizarre that we're both in North America using European message boards to try to connect. I heard her voice, and I knew that we had to do a song together. Behind me over here, you can see the Sequential Circuits Prophet Rev 2, which is an analog synth that has just this brass sound that's absolutely beautiful, with a really slow attack, but it's lush, and with some special panning effects, you can really get this cool side-to-side movement. And I just played the riff. I was just messing around with this brass synth patch, and I just played the riff, and the entire song grew from that. Once I'd finished the bed track, I sent it to Megan, and our collective idea was to write a song about the desolation that a loving relationship can cause. And again, we're just all about contrast, so we thought it was a really interesting idea. Once the song was finished, we actually applied for a grant. There's a telephone company here in Alberta called TELUS that provides music grants to local musicians. Their kind of thing is, give where you live. So we actually connected with these amazing film producers, Cottonwood Records, out of a smaller city called Lethbridge in southern Alberta. And their work was just so breathtaking, especially with the CGI talents that those folks have, and the team of people that worked down in Lethbridge. Music video just grew from there. We just wanted something cyberpunk. Clearly, there's some influences there from Thriller and having a music video intertwined with a distinct narrative, and of course my horrible acting. Megan's is probably a little bit better than mine, but the crew, the cast, everyone was amazing. It was a massive production, probably worth $100,000 Canadian, and we did it on a shoestring budget of $10,000 that was provided so generously by TELUS to support independent music in Alberta. So it was just a whole bunch of different, I don't want to say miracles, but a whole bunch of different coincidences that happily came together to produce something so special.
We love the incredible music video for Streets and the song itself. The storyline with AI and humans holding Kate against them in the future, it's all such a pleasure to watch. So can you tell me how the concept came to be? Please tell us more about how this movie-like concept was created.
The concept of the music video to really make it more of a movie kind of came from the fact that we had this budget, we had these grand ideas, and really to accentuate the vibe and the narrative from the song itself, we decided that it would be prudent to write these theatrical elements surrounding the song, and we think that it was really effective. It's such a cool video, and again, I'm just so honored to have been a part of it. It was an amazing week-long process. Filming spanned all of southern Alberta. We often went from 7 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning on account of some of the schedules of the locations that we shot at, including a destitute and destroyed strip club in southern Alberta that had everything ripped out, which is such a cool aesthetic to add to an already cyberpunk film, as well as a warehouse that we used in Lethbridge, and Clay and Joel's basement, which with their unbelievable set design, they turned into this futuristic room where, of course, we see Vito Carmelitello's hologram and the television sets, and where Mr. 83 and Siren are briefed on their mission. I mean, that was a basement, and every inch of that basement was turned into this beautiful cyberpunk environment through some really creative set design. So hats off to these guys and their crew. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I've not seen something like this ever done on an Alberta film set before. And the CGI, I mean, man, the CGI, so cool.
Speaking of the future, I want to know what the future holds for Moonrunner83. Just so you know, we really want to hear new music from you.
Electrish, you're way too generous and way too kind to me. Moonrunner has a whole bunch of new stuff kind of in the works. I mean, clearly a big part of the Moonrunner project is this collaborative spirit that really makes Moonrunner the project it is. And obviously I run much of the production, much of the instrumental writing. I sing as well. But what I think really captures the imaginations of our audience is the fact that when you listen to a Moonrunner record, despite it having the same vibe kind of throughout, there's so many different ideas, so many different vocalists and writing styles. It really does feel like you're listening to almost like a mixtape or a various artists album, which is just so cool, and it makes the project so dynamic. In the future, we're looking at doing, I'm hoping to do a dark wave, maybe not dark wave, but a darker streets-ish cyberpunk vibe record solely with Megan McDuffie. This has kind of been a thing that we've been looking at doing for the last year or two, and schedules permitting, it's something that we will get to. I've got a new record coming out this year. We try to put out 1 or 2 records per year. We're on a pretty rigorous production schedule, and just because it's so collaborative and because there are so many amazing artists and musicians assisting in this project, we really are able to push out a particular volume of music of a relatively high quality, which is just so astounding. It really is a team and collaborative effort, and I don't have the time, obviously, to get through the roster of names that have assisted, but just looking at the folks that have featured on the records, you can see how big of a project this really is, and obviously it would not be the same without them. So we've got lots in store. Fixed Neon has such a cool roster. We're so lucky to be a part of what they're doing. So in addition to producing more pop records, we're also obviously looking to explore the darker side as well, which I think will please a lot of the fans of the Streets music video.
Thank you so much to Moonrunner83 for being with me on Static Realms Music Hour. Now let's enjoy the visually stunning Streets.
Those that chose to connect became superhuman. When the sun stopped rising, the superhumans created a neural network of neon powered through the Earth's core. A single metropolitan, City X, became the only habitable place on Earth. Superhumans prospered, but poverty and crime plagued the humans. Criminal factions controlled the city. To protect themselves, the superhumans built a wall around the city's core and made it their home. Soon after, they planned their departure. Maximizing freedom for humanity meant leaving humanity behind. We knew our fate. We made our choice.
Goddamn machines. Can you believe this shit? We created the fucking things.
Not a long time ago, Moon.
I think this is it.
This offer will soon expire.
Mr. 83, Siren,
We've been expecting you. Mr. 83, a legend such as yourself, how did you manage to stay hidden for so long?
I'm no legend.
The sentient neural equation solver. SNES. This is why we called you Mr. 83. Marv, display. Meet Vito Carmelitello. We have the intelligence that suggests Vito has created a bug capable of infecting the entire neural network.
Even the AI?
Yes, even the AI. If control of the superhumans falls into the hands of this man, we're all doomed.
Why would I care? I hate the fucking AI.
Because, Mr. 83, if we don't stop him, the freedoms you fought for will all be lost. Vito called his goons for a meeting tonight at Club Fefe. Your mission is to infiltrate and retrieve the case by whatever means necessary.
Clouds stole the sky in muddy light. Ashes rain, a silence blanketing the steel. We'll never be the same. Wander the streets with all the ghosts. Remember how it used to be. The earth, the broken hollow shell. It's torn like you and me. Shadows echo amongst the weeds. No footsteps, wide open vistas ripped by bombs. We're trying to forget. Wander the streets with all the ghosts. Remember how it used to be. The earth, the broken hollow shell. It's torn like you and me.
Brothers, sisters, I see the future as ours. Because of this, our ticket to freedom, a path to power, control. For years, they've turned us against one another, banishing us into poverty while they were hoarding our wealth. They fed us lies about safety and choice. Well, I'd say we've made our choice. Can you dig it? I present to you
Scars cut across a shattered world. Time can't heal an artificial neon light. We yearn for something real. Wander the streets with all the ghosts. Remember
It's torn like you and me.
When I woke up, he was gone. The city never skipped a beat.
Hey, anyone see those bright lights in the sky?
But I knew what was missing, and I knew that to survive, we needed the AI. So I fought to find him. My search led me back to where it all started. Was this the plan all along? When I broke through the wall, I thought I was ready for anything. But I wasn't prepared for this.
And now, my favorite one-man synthwave dream band from Aztec Records. This is Zenith Volt.
Static Realms. Zenith Volt here again. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, check out my new single, Super Computer. It's available right now, streaming literally everywhere. And I'm also working on a new album. I will have the details out on that soon. You can catch up on that on my socials. It's all at Zenith Volt. Follow, find me, come say what's up. In the meantime, enjoy this performance and stay well.
Welcome to Zenith Volt.
Here goes nothing.
Where does my heart belong? Rain down where I come from. How can these hands hold on? Tired takes on the strong. How are we what we are? Stuck to the same keeps on coming in coming waves. Searching for miracles, searching for days. It keeps on coming in coming waves. Searching for miracles, searching for days. The shadows and screams. I soak in the light of the sun, feel like I'm the only one. That moves us around. There's lost and found. Bloodstream, breathing between all your daydreams. Can't fight the feeling. Can't lie. No, can't fight the feeling. Can't lie.
Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I am. I'm a blast. What's next?
I feel your pulsing beat like a soul that's on repeat. That's just the beating of the heart. You don't know, standing far, far apart. That's just the feeling, beating in your slowly heart. You don't know you're alone, standing far, far apart. That's just the feeling, that's just the feeling, that's just the feeling of this lonely heart. I feel your pulsing beat like a soul that's on repeat. That's just the beating of the heart. I feel your pulsing beat like a soul that's on repeat. That's just the beating of the heart. I feel your pulsing beat like a soul that's on repeat. That's just the beating of the heart. I feel your pulsing beat like a soul that's on repeat. That's just the beating of the heart.
So it's called Hold On.
She said you better watch yourself, watch yourself. 'Cause you got it better than anyone else, anyone else. We're just going through the motions. Separated farther than the ocean. You gotta hold on to what you got. Living a dream inside a dream, now we're dreaming. You gotta hold on to what you got. Maybe we'll believe in all the feelings we keep on feeling. We're just going through the motions, motions. We're just going through the motions, emotions. We're just going through the motions, motions. Separated farther than the ocean. Separated farther than the ocean. You gotta hold on to what you got. Living a dream inside a dream, now we're dreaming. You gotta hold on to what you got. Maybe we'll believe in all the feelings I keep on feeling. This is the new one. I'm stoked on it. Total fucking Saved by the Bell vibes right here. This life was brought to you by miracles. Made up of the sights and the sounds that make the world go round. Turning the predictability of breathing inside out.
We keep on searching for all the right signs. Ever expanding through the lifetimes. I'm stuck getting in my octane dream. Supercomputer, digital memory. I'm stuck getting in an octane dream. Supercomputer, digital memory. I'm stuck getting in an octane dream. That's just a supercomputer, digital memory. I'm stuck getting in an octane dream. That's just a supercomputer, digital memory. Digital memory. Thank you guys so much for listening to some Zenith Volt. I'll see you again somewhere, sometime.
Thanks for watching Static Realms Music Hour. Do you know a video you'd like to see on the show? Submit it now to staticrealms@outlook.com and let's enjoy the music together.